While you're saying all this to me, you're not describing this this branch of your life as a musician. So just
There is
briefly
that.
remind me of that.
Yeah, so when I was 18, so traditionally you would go to university there, start a physics degree, but I didn't because I was in a band, a rock band that I joined just before
I'm sure
I
your
did.
parents loved that fact.
They did actually. They loved it.
I could go to college and major in physics or continue with my band.
Well, but do you have that thing like a gap year, we call it, where you say, well, I'm going to take a year off the studies before I go to college or university?
Okay.
And so I'd said
That can
that. I'd
happen.
said, I'm going to be in this band and I'm just going to do it for a year and then I'll go and do physics. But then we got a record deal, a big record deal with A&M Records. This is in 1986, 1987. It's a long time ago. Got a big record deal. And so I came to Los Angeles and recorded an album with actually produced by Larry Klein, who was married to Joni Mitchell at the time. And so we recorded some of it in Joni Mitchell's studio in Los Angeles. So, and then we toured with, my first professional gig with that band was with Jimmy Page, supporting Jimmy Page. And
Did you open for
Led
Jimmy
Zeppelin.
Page?
Yeah, we opened for Jimmy Page and Gary Moore, who'd also been in the band, Thin Lizzy, and then Europe, the Final Countdown. So you know this song, The Final Countdown, and Carrie was a big hit here in the US. So we opened for them. Made a couple of albums. So I did that basically for 5 years.
And it charted.
Actually, no, we did big shows. It was a rock and roll band. And then I left that band, went straight back to Manchester and went to start a physics degree.
As one would do, yes.
But then in that little gap, I joined another band who then had some hit records. So a band called D-Ream. This is in the early 90s now. And they didn't have a record deal when I joined them, and they got a record deal as well. So when I was at university, I was in this band. We had a #1 hit in the UK and Australia with a song which violates the second law of thermodynamics, which you'll love, called "Things Can Only Get Better," which is clearly incorrect. Certainly,
things can only get worse.
Yeah.
Globally in the universe. Yes.
Exactly. So and then so I had a two.
Wait, and that
goes at
song,
rock
what
and roll.
helped it,